summer don't get no shine no more. I summer die, I summer time, don't got no time no more. Make the whole song do whatever I say. 79, 79, 79, babe. 79.
Before he performed this song, you know the dude in the back? Before that, I promise you, he was doing like way more wailing than that. Like before it gets to like, you know, the recognizable part. And everybody was like, what the fuck? Like, get him out of here. Go away, go away. And then once it got to, everybody was like, oh, okay. That was funny. Anyways, now I'm getting the urge to clean up like y'all in the passengers. Here, sit your head. Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome back to Heist Diddy. We are in the spiggity. We're talking about how people hate change. People hate change because we are conditioned to hate change. We see everything around us changing, but you're conditioned to stay the same. Innately, you know that you're not supposed to stay the same. I don't know if anybody else has this feeling, so I cannot speak so matter-of-factly. These are my personal thoughts. Okay, boom. You see everything else around you changing, but you are told to stay the same. Like, hurry up and figure yourself out and stay right there. Once you start to feel your metamorphosis, and that's a crazy thing about humans, is like we can be alive and here, but die so many times. When you go through like an existential crisis or tribulation, it's literally for you to grow, just like how certain parts of your body would ache when they were growing as an adolescent to become an adult. And we're only taught certain stages of life. We're not really taught like growth. So when you go through those trials and tribulations, people will call it like an ego death. However, you don't need to kill your ego. That's why you go through so many changes. You need to know how to use it. You don't have to completely kill your ego. I feel like that's like, how am I gonna kill my sense of self? But the reason you have so many ego deaths is because the goal is to get back to yourself, but the higher version of yourself. This place don't want you to. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like, do you really hate change, or were you programmed to hate change? Because I love to switch it up. You think back to school, how crazy it is that they wanted you to pick a career. You're told throughout your whole childhood you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing? You don't know what you're doing. You need to listen to me because I'm grown. And once you become grown and you find out, oh wait, nobody knew what the fuck they was doing. You was always taught to not rely on yourself. You was taught you don't know what you're doing. But when you reach the tender age of 15, you're supposed to know what you want to do for the rest of your goddamn life. And it made me think about like the system that we are a part of. I don't know, sometimes life is like a scary movie. Like, you never know what's gonna happen. Like, life really is a movie. It really is a video game. Yeah, it's a scary video game. Like, shit be popping up, then it's like, oh my god, here we go. Some things you kind of expect it, but other than that, you don't know, right? I go through a thing every couple of years where it's just like, I feel like I'm always getting reawakened, like getting tapped on my shoulder, like look at this beast, look at this system, look at how things are. Something just taps on my shoulder and I be getting scared, because like, yeah, you know, I don't always want to live my life reading between the lines, but like sometimes I cannot help it. We're giving little trinkets and stuff. We're giving stuff to look forward to instead of minding our business. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will say, oh, like, I'm minding my business, but you're not really minding your business. You know how much, like, you need a lot of time to self-reflect, and you have been distracted since you got here. No, look at us. No, look at this. Listen, you're not important. Everybody's equal. Everybody gets a participation award. Everybody gets it. You know what I'm saying? Once you, oh my gosh, like, oh my god, wait, slavery never ended? Wait, hold on. Like, certain things may have became illegal, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, whoa, this is a really freaky place. Don't get me started on Juneteenth. When they said, oh, we could put that on the calendar, that's another thing we could take. When people have something to look forward to, it adds a little pizzazz in your life. What I don't like is forced things. Like, I don't do the group thinking. Yeah. See, my issue is I don't like to be told what to do. Bruh, I remember a long time ago, this one boy was like, oh, if we were still in slavery times, you would know how to listen or something. I was like, no. I think I had said, bruh, if I was back in the 14, 15, 19, 16, if I was back in the back, they would have had to kill me. And if it don't make sense to me, like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, you're not about to tell me like, oh, pick some cotton. I'm not doing that. And this boy was like, oh, you would do it, you would do it, you would do it if we was back in the day, because that's what you had to do, da da da. And it's like, I have the same mindset today. I'm saying no, they would have had to off me. Like, they would have had to take me out of the game. You talk about, no, you would have listened to that. I said, no, you would have listened. That's your mindset. I would have been born again something else, because I cannot do it. We're fed like, oh, we're evolving, like, look at how much things have changed, look how much things have changed. But homegirl that said, girl, put your records on, tell me your favorite song. She said, the more things seem to change is the more they stay the same. And I swear that's the truth. You think, oh, we're evolving, but you just giving us a false sense of like, oh, things are evolving, but you not. That's crazy to me. That's why in school they push you to find your box. Hurry up, find out. And that's why people always say, damn, life is like a big ass high school, because grown ass people still be operating with a childlike mindset, constantly looking for instructions for somebody else to tell them what to do. Us as humans will study animals and trees and this and like collect all this data, but when it comes to collecting the data on you, people's like, that's too much work. To be just existing and not know yourself, that's so sad. I don't know if I ever come off like I'm pushing people like to open your eyes, because this is how I talk a lot. And when I'm speaking to somebody in person, I can look at them and tell like, this is going over your head, huh? And so I just have to steer it. I gotta just pull the car over. Like, I just gotta steer it. It's like, okay, yeah, like, this is a lot for you. Okay, I'm sorry. So I never want to come off like, open up your eyes. But we were given a false sense of democracy. Like, if you vote, you could change this and the third. But everybody gotta agree. Y'all don't agree? I don't know. They had a planned out already. You can get on a website and be like, hey, you don't want to share your information with us? And they'll do it anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just now telling us. It gives you a little false sense of security, because it's like, why I need a VPN and why I need this, that, and the third. If you really want to be secure, and VPNs, do they even work? I don't know. I'm gonna get one to see. Have you ever seen that diagram, like the diagram of Ball, and then the royal family, the Rockefellers, and then right under that is like the Vatican, and like everything that you're supposed to pay attention to, right? Right underneath them is the celebrities. The celebrities, they got like little puppet strings on them, because that's what they are. No shade. Like, literally everybody is enslaved, and I don't want to be like slave to nothing, bruh. This shit is crazy. Home of the brave and land of the free. Like, that's fucked up, because like, you know how much work you gotta put in to be free? We were given this place and we renting it. Oh shit. Even this meat suit is a rental. Wow. So it's like, if I already have to operate in this body, let it be mine. Feel me? When I first got into the world, you're taking my blood, you're taking my fingerprints, and you're giving me a number, you're stacking it on, you're saying, let's go. And it's like, okay, so when all these people get here, what can you teach all these people? What can you give these people? Like, knowledge is really power. You know how much we can hold on to in our brains, but we talk like, oh, elephants and camels, they got the best memory, and then this and this, and they got the best this and the third. Okay, so we should ask the camels what's the real history, since y'all know everything. You got the intel on the camels, you got the intel on the humans, you got the intel on the... Oh, at the bottom of that same diagram is the public looking at a big ass TV. I'm gonna put it here. So people hate change because of the system that you was born into. I was born in America from two people that was from two different islands. Like, they never, you know what I'm saying? They came from islands around people that look like them. You know how much that like of a culture shock that is? You're in this foreign place, like, you know, that's foreign to you, and you're raising kids in this foreign system. You're thinking, oh, I thought I had a little bit more control over you. So it's like your parents want to control, the government wants to control. Like, it's just a lot. It all goes back to brainwashing. Your brain is a powerful piece of software, I promise you. You know how powerful it is to take control over somebody else's mind without them knowing? You was being manipulated since you got here. Now, when I was a kid, I think I just finished watching Hotel Rwanda. Why did my parents allow me to watch it? I was traumatized. I couldn't sleep for nights and nights and nights. And like, to this day, I would just never watch it again. If I hear a song, like that one sad ass song from it, like, I will tweak. I remember when I was a little girl and I was at my homegirl's house. Her parents was watching it. The music started. I said, oh no, we gotta go. Your parents usually have that Telemundo shit on. I don't know why they venturing out. Why they venturing out tonight? But no, that movie traumatized me. And I just could not sleep for days. Like, I could not sleep for days. And I had took a walk with my dad, and I was just looking up at the stars, and he was talking about this system is like this. Like, I'm probably 8, and I'm feeling it. I'm like, yeah, like he's putting everything that I'm feeling as a little girl into words. Not to say I felt confused as a child. I was just always like, what the hell? Like, I was just always observant. I always had thoughts of like, what? When I first went to school, like when I first got in school and I started interacting with kids, and Christmas time was coming around, and they were like, oh, which one? Like Santa. I was getting tired of hearing it all day, and I was like, Santa is not real. And the teacher looked at me like, what? And then we're having a whole debacle, and the kid's like, he is real. Kid in the back, bawling. I'm like, what the fuck? So teacher wrote me up. She didn't write me up. No, she didn't write me up. She put it in my what's the name? Like, she gave me a red. And she like, oh, y'all told the kids that Santa's not real. It was a whole thing. But nobody ever told me like, oh, bruh, that's dumb as hell. Because like when you get to a certain age, you gotta end up telling you gotta break it to your kids like, listen, like Santa may be real, but he ain't came to our house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even got a chimney. And that's another thing, like holidays are to mark certain days for higher ups and shit, but for you could celebrate. That's your day off. Like, yeah, you free. That's what pissed me off about Juneteenth, is the fact that it became a federal holiday and they commercialized it, and it gives a mockery. It gives mockery because, like, bruh, when I say you will never be free, like, you actually never be free. Oh my god, I was giving Grinch from a long time. But like, there were some years where I get to it, like, yeah, you invite me over for some food, okay, I'll come. I am not a pessimistic person. I don't like when people try to tag that on to me, but if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. It's none of my business. I'm not pessimistic. I'm just seeing what's going on here, and I feel like more people need to start heckling and being like, no, I see what's going on, like, no, because the world is a stage, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I am the heckler. So boom, when you think of a butterfly, first of all, in school they told me that caterpillar goes into the cocoon and it turns into a butterfly. Caterpillars turn into liquid. They don't turn into a butterfly. They turn into liquid. They die. That is why they call it metamorphosis. They die and they transform into a butterfly. The liquid contains what they need to have their motor skills, like, so once they get out, they know how to fly and all that. They're reborn, but they don't remember being a caterpillar, just like how we are renting these bodies and we don't remember like being here X amount of times and like trying to figure out, hey, what am I supposed to be doing? Because the catch is, you're not supposed to know that. Go over here, look at the TV, look at this, look at that, because you're too powerful. You're actually way too powerful. But generations on generations was dumbed down, bruh. That's why I'm saying we so advanced that we slow. You know, when we were up, when people was making planes and it was, you know what I'm saying, like people were making the things, everything starts to get commercialized. But you know what, I heard that before planes was made, planes was a thing. Like, there was a different type of plane, maybe the dragons. What you think? If you are that spark that wants to make a change, you're gonna have so much adversity. Oh my gosh. And it's not your fault. It's literally people do not, like, I don't know if they know. Sometimes people, like, bruh, people just be haters. Like, if you a hater, bruh, you a hater. Like, people just, I used to be friends with those type of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, even I'll be looking back at my old chapters, like, nah, you're bugging. No, because you're bugging. No, but they was bugging because as soon as you, like, you bug a little bit too much, like, as soon as you, like, bug out, oh, I'm out. Once you bug out, I'm out. If you are an unorthodox type of person, you gotta know how to play the game, because this system is out to get you. But there's a whole team rooting for you. Remember I told you that. Remember when I told you that? Write that down. If you are the oddball, if you the oddball, you the scapegoat, you the black sheep, life is gonna do you in and I'm not even, life is gonna do you in so nasty. And I'm not even trying to, I am not here to sell you a happily ever after. I'm trying to give you a game plan, you know what I'm saying? Because we are in a video game. You gotta know how to play it. And I cannot tell you when the good times start, but they will roll. You may feel like you're in a 12 years a slave type of era right now, but when they say the good times is gonna roll, you just gotta put in work. That's why people hate change, because it's like you had a hard day at work doing somebody else's work, so you don't got the energy to put it on yourself. Very rarely will you encounter somebody that embraces change. Change don't even happen when you plan it. You don't plan like, oh yeah, I'm finna change. Like, today I'm gonna change my ways. But sometimes you gotta be like that. You gotta let the evolution happen, and it feel uncomfortable. You get congratulated as a kid, like, oh my god, you walking. And walking, it just comes to you. It's involuntary. That's how change is for us as well. We go through it so much. Certain things you like now, you probably didn't like as a child. Some things you probably loved as a child, you cannot eat it now. If those things change, why can't you change? Why can't you change your mindset? Why can't you change your outlook? Why can't you change your perspective? Because it's uncomfortable, because it takes work. Why don't they want to do the work? Because they spent. And you know what? The work is scary. Sometimes the work is scary, but it's like, you don't want nobody talking about, I know you better than you know you. You know how many people told me that and they got me fucked up? You didn't know shit. Future told you, bitch, don't get too comfortable. Bet not get too comfortable, baby. That's what he said. And then Kendrick has said this is metamorphosis and it's gorgeous when you die, but it's not. Like, it gets ugly. When you start feeling changes in your body, and like when you just get turned off by certain things, you have to listen to that. That's why every single day, well, for me, cannot be the same. Like, every day cannot be like mundane. Like, something has to happen. We even demonize resting. What? I'm not supposed to rest. I gotta get this money by tomorrow. Cut that out today. I'm talking to you and me. You need time to think and put your things in order. You literally have to sit down and shut up, and it will come to you. You gotta stop letting everybody else tell you. You know how people are so quick to pick out other people's vulnerabilities and insecurities, but they can't do it for themselves? It give them a little dopamine hit. It make them feel empowered. It's sick, but it's a part of the system. It's because they got that shit on it. I'm gonna tell you, hurt people hurt people. We've been in this shit for so long. People are fighting for things to stay the same, and like, this is the most pivotal moment for shit to get crazy, for us to shake it up. Nothing stays the same, so why should you? The weather doesn't even stay the same. The earth has to go through seasons. You gotta go through seasons. The caterpillar's not just going, you know what, today I'm gonna make the cocoon. You just start feeling different and start going through the motions, and we're taught like, oh no, you don't need to listen to yourself, you gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to everybody else, because everybody else had to on you but you. Does that make sense? AI, notice AI. You ask AI, who made you? It say all of, but you don't know you. You don't know who made you. You have to deconstruct and reconstruct yourself. And you probably cool. Like, you're probably a little bit cool. I don't know. Frank Ocean said, close my eyes and fall into